Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday evening. It's like nearly 4:30 and look at Monty. He's hopeless. He got a bandana as a little gift, so he's wearing his bandana, aren't you? He's like, Mum, don't talk to me. But earlier this morning I put on my Instagram questions that you guys want to know, like ask me questions of what you want to know about me, because this is going to be a question answer sit down with me. Let's basically just get straight into it. What does your typical training look like before and during lockdown? So before lockdown, my training was 5 times a week. So we had 2 court sessions, like 2 sessions of going as a team and training as a team. Every Friday we would have a gym session as a team, and then we had to do a gym session at home, and then there was an optional running session that we could do as well. So I was training 5 times a week because I was doing all my sessions. Now during lockdown, so because our season is actually cancelled, we are having a bit of a break from training. Like our program that we would be doing, we haven't got that. So for me, I'm not just going to stop training. I understand why they do tell us to take a break. I understand completely, but I want to keep going because I have obviously goals and everything that I just want to reach, and when I do go back I want to be like the fittest and the best that I can be. So I am actually I set out a 4-week training period for me, but basically I'm training every day, whether it's doing a strength session, a run session, a sprint session, just a core session. Like one day there's rest and core, so like I'll just do a core workout, like a 10-minute core workout, and then like hill sprints. I did 10 hill sprints of 200-meter sprints. I did the yo-yo test so I could see, like, you know, where I sit in the benchmark for that. So I'm kind of doing a mixture of everything of what I want and feel like, because I feel like if I do sessions that I want to do, that I'm like, yep, I'm happy to do that, or decide on the day what I want to do, then I'm more motivated to get that session done. Whereas if I am like on a program and I follow it, like sometimes, you know, you might not have that motivation. In saying that, I'm actually also doing our Origin Energy Comeback Challenge with, like, for NetFit, for what we have and what we're, you know, giving out to our community. It's a 6-week free program. You have speed and agility sessions that I do because they're my sessions as well, so I love all speed and agility things. So of course I'm doing them. I'm doing some HIIT sessions. My strength sessions are based off that, of what Tay does. Run Club, some of my runs are incorporating the Run Club of what Ceci provides. There's comeback skills, there's Pilates, which I want to actually try and get more into Pilates during this 4-week timeline, because Pilates is so good for your body. So Pilates, and there's also Get Ready with Matea. So there's literally so much content that I can be following there, which I'm following majority of it, but some days, you know, if I want to add in a yo-yo test or whatever it is, I do that. And hill sprints as well. So that's what my training looked like before and during lockdown. Obviously lockdown has ruined quite a few things, especially with training. You can't go and train at the netball court, unfortunately. Who is your idol? So I actually have quite a few idols within the sporting industry. I've always looked up to Sarah and Kim. There's no doubt about them two being my idol. Like, they are just incredible humans. And as well, working alongside Tay, especially during lockdown, I've really kind of understood and like gotten to know her more. And the more I got to know her, like I knew her and I knew she was a great human, but the more like I worked with her and everything, like she honestly is such an amazing human. And Tay is an idol of mine as well, but outside of the NetFit space, within netball, Laws is still a part of NetFit, but Laura Langman is someone that this year I've kind of really, I'm like, yeah, I really look up to her. Like I've met her a couple of times because of work and NetFit. So she's honestly just such a great human. And the way she can play netball is like, I'm so inspired to be like that. Like I want to be like her on the court because she's just phenomenal. And her fitness, like, you know, she's so strong. Like I'm like, I want to be like you, Laws. Like she is an idol of mine, and just her leadership and her compassion for the sport, like, and being on when she's on court is just so, just like, oh my god, like I just want that, you know. Outside of netball, my idol, I'd have to say probably Selena Gomez. I've really looked up to her from a young age, and she is quite an amazing human. And like I see these videos and her speeches and everything like that, and she's so down to earth. She's like just a great human, and you know what she puts out there for people to see, for her followers and everyone, like that is like next level. Like I feel like there's a lot of influencers, there's a lot of famous people that don't have the mindset or the attitude that she has, and she just goes about things and really gives her passion into something that really inspires me. So probably Selena Gomez outside of the netball world. If you were not doing netball, what would you be doing? See, that's really hard because I grew up playing so many sports and I love so many sports. I'd have to say probably dance or gymnastics because I do love that. I love just dancing around the home even now. Like I'm not a professionally trained dancer. I think I've been like 2 years in my whole entire life, like actual dance lessons. So a lot of it is self-taught dance that I do, but I just love it. I love being at one with your body. I love, dancing to music and just letting it all go. Dancing for me is very a mindful thing that I do. If I'm having a rough day or a rough week, I'm like, I'll just go dance it out. Like that's what I use dance for, but I do love dance and performing. So definitely probably dance. What is your dream job besides NetFit and netball? So that's hard because I love my current job at NetFit and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And obviously a dream job is to play netball at the elite level and, be able to play that and that be considered my job. But if it wasn't those two, I don't know. I grew up wanting to be a lot of different things. I grew up wanting to be a vet. I grew up wanting to be, apparently I wanted to be a checkout chick at one point when I was really, really young. I don't know. But now that I'm kind of like growing in the social media side of things, or like just have like you guys who support me, it kind of makes me really enjoy what I'm doing within like YouTube and Instagram and like those spaces. So for me, a dream ultimate job, if I could pick anything besides netball or netfit, would probably be being a social influencer and like a vlogger, like, YouTube and all of that. Like that is what I really enjoy. So I'd probably have to say that would be one of my dreams of mine, is to becoming an influencer in those senses, and like the people that you get to meet within those industries as well would be really, really cool. Favorite thing about Australia? That's tough. I don't know. My favorite thing about Australia is netball. Like netball is such a big Australian sport for women. I'd probably have to say netball, but also the beaches. I mean, I don't go to a whole lot of beaches because I haven't been to a lot of places in Australia. In all honesty, I haven't. I've probably gone more overseas than I have in states in Australia. Maybe, I don't know. But no, actually I wouldn't have. Beaches, I'd have to say I love beaches here, especially, I only really go down to Mornington Way because that's where I always go for netball, and the beaches there are just like amazing and I love them. So beaches I love about Australia. What else do I like about Australia? The weather, I guess the weather's okay. Melbourne weather, probably not so much. It's kind of like changes every second. But in summer, like I love summer. I love the vibes that you have in summer, like going to the beach or, having barbecues with family and friends, and it's just fun. I think that's what I like about Australia. What motivates you every day? This little guy here, he motivates me every day, don't you? He's so cute. Look at him. Yeah, Monty motivates me every day. My teammates motivate me every day. Because I'm such great friends with all of them. The team at NetFit motivate me every day. Kim and Sarah motivate me so much, and they have motivated me this past week like incredibly much with netball being cancelled and everything like that, and them just like obviously giving the advice that they just give every single day. I don't know, they just motivated me so much, and if it wasn't for them right now, I probably wouldn't be training as hard as what I am, because I was heading into this mindset where I was like kind of over it in a way. For me, I look at my long-term goal and seeing the big picture of me actually reaching that goal and making it, that motivates me, because I'm like, I want to reach this certain point in my life, and if I reach it, like it's going to be so much happiness, and that's what motivates me, because I'm like, I want to reach it. If I'm not going to reach it, then what's the point? So thinking long-term goal for me, or even short-term goals, if I set short-term goals that are like really big, that motivates me, because I'm just like keep picturing that and picturing me making it or doing that goal. Why did I start playing netball? So I started playing netball at the age of 8, and I literally started this team because I had friends and family that obviously went to my school that were my age, and we were all like, let's just put a netball team together. So we did, and my auntie was actually the coach, and like all our mums were like really good friends. We were all really good friends, and that's pretty much why we started a netball team, because we were like, let's do it, like why not? And you know, we got our own netball dresses, we got our own name, we were called Spoilt Brats. Obviously our parents thought we were Spoilt Little Brats, I don't know, but that was our netball team that I'm pretty sure our parents picked, because I don't remember ever picking that name. I don't know though. What inspired me to be a netballer? When I was younger, I didn't watch a whole lot of netball on TV, and then when I did see a game come on, I was like, whoa, that's so cool, like netball's on TV, like I want to be on TV. And the competition and the rivalry within this game and within the sport was so exciting to see, and I was like, I want to be a part of that. Like I want those friendships, I want, you know, to be able to call my teammates my sisters, like I want that. And I think growing up I was a runner, and I did like running and not marathons, but I did cross country, and I did all that kind of stuff, and like I was good, but I didn't have the passion for it. I just did it because I was good and I could run. And then I started netball, and it wasn't until I kind of won my first personal award in netball was when I was like, this is what I want to do. I played netball from the age of 8, and I won my first best and fairest when I was, my major best and fairest was probably when I was 14, and that's when I was like, yeah, I want to do this, you know, I can do this. I'm obviously playing well, good netball, and I'm playing well enough to be able to win these awards, so why not take it to the next step and take it to the next level and make this my goal? And that's when I kind of really started getting into it, because I enjoyed winning, I guess. How many pets have you had? So I grew up having a lot of cats. So I actually had one cat. This cat was my favourite cat I've ever had. Her name was Jum Jum, and my family and I actually went away to Queensland for a holiday, and I came back and she was missing. She had run away and never saw her or anything ever again, so we don't know what happened to her, but she was the best cat in the world. So there was Jum Jum. We had Starlight, and she was a white cat, and she actually fell pregnant quite a few times, so we had a lot of kittens, and then I named all these kittens. Obviously ended up giving them away. We kept one of them, which was Prancer, I think. Prancer was like a cute colour. It was like a mixture of all colours, like ginger, black, grey, white. She was cute. I don't remember what happened to half of these cats. That's really bad. I think they ran away. I don't think cats like me. But as you can see, like these cat names, Starlight, Prancer. Oh, we had Comanche as well. Comanche was a white cat with a black spot on his forehead. He was cute. Those 3 names are from the Saddle Club. Growing up, I was obsessed with like horses, the Saddle Club, all of that. Like you name it, I was that country horse girl. So all my cats were named after the Saddle Club horses. And then my last cat that I had was Pretzel. He was a ginger cat. And then when I moved out of home, obviously he stayed home with mum. And then my brother moved out to Adelaide, and then my mum moved to Adelaide. So my mum actually gave my cat Pretzel to her sister, which is my auntie, and my cousin Van. So they have Pretzel because they moved down from England to Australia, or Mildura, before my mum moved out to go to Adelaide. So, and they had a ginger cat exactly the same as Prancer named Rainy down in England, and they couldn't bring it down. So now they have Pretzel. I also had, growing up, a Dalmatian named Patch, and he was so cute. He was very naughty though. He ruined a lot of things. And that was my first ever dog. And then I've obviously had a lot of fish growing up. I don't remember any of the names or anything. They weren't that important to me. They were just fish, I think. And then we had, before I moved out to move to Melbourne, we had a dog named Millie, and she was a Kelpie cross border collie, and she honestly is the best dog you'll ever meet. Like, I love Monty to death, but he is so stubborn. He does not listen half the time. He is naughty. He rebels. He's like going through his teenage life. But Millie was always such an obedient, good dog. Like, she could go for runs. He can't run. He's too unfit. Millie would go for runs with me. I'll go to the netball court, and I would take her off the lead, and she'd be completely fine. She loved tennis balls. If I had a tennis ball in my hand, she wouldn't care about any animal, any dog, any person that would come past her. She wouldn't even look at them. She just loved her tennis balls. And she was the best dog, but unfortunately we had to give her away because I moved out, my brother moved out, and when my mum moved to Adelaide, she didn't get like a house. She couldn't get a house with a backyard, so she had to give her away. He is like my everything, obviously. Oh, he's a little, oh, the blanket's stuck on your leg. He's my little baby. Me? Alright, do you want to say bye to everyone? Bye! Alright, so that's where I'm going to end the video. If you enjoyed this little sit down question and answer chat, let me know, and I would happily do more of these, obviously, if you wanted certain topics or whatever it is. I thought, you know, this could be just a great time for you guys to get to know me if you haven't already, and like answering questions that you guys specifically want to know, because I like knowing what you want to see and what you want to know, because there's no point putting stuff out there if you guys don't care. If you're like, oh, I don't care about that. But yeah, have a great week next week, and we will be back with another video next Sunday. You say bye, Mons? Bye! Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos, and I will be coming out with videos every Sunday from now on. So yeah, bye! You're right in the way, can you move? Oof. I got pins and needles in my feet. I don't know why. So this question, I don't know if I'm gonna add this in. How do you, look, he loves this. If I do this to him, he'll fall asleep.